As I told you earlier, there's not going to be any end to this war in Iran. And that is because our leaders love war. Now, you may vehemently support the government and therefore think that what I say is cynical. Fine. But before you stomp off, I should tell you that you should never confuse yourself with your government. You see, there are two Americas. There is you, the average American, who believes in decency, your faith, getting along with people, and working for win win situations. And then there's the ruling class of America that controls the corporations, which in turn control your Congress. That is a quite different America. And that America has no sense of decency when it comes to dealing with other people in the rest of the world. They don't operate with the same principles that you do. It's important for you to realize this because most Americans root for a team. Perhaps you root for the Democrats, otherwise known as the Las Vegas Raiders. Or you may root for the Republicans, otherwise known as the Kansas City Chiefs. That seems to be the game in the United States today. Now, I used to play this game also. Corporate America, which controls the media, has suckered you into rooting for one team or the other. But in reality, there are no two teams to American politics. That ended a long time ago, back in the 1950s, when Dwight Eisenhower prosecuted the middle way, in which he marginalized the extremes of both parties in order to rule from the center. It's been that way ever since. It's just that nobody told you. And no one in the mainstream media, controlled by corporate America, is going to tell you because they're quite happy with you playing this mindless game of rooting for the Las Vegas Raiders or the Kansas City Chiefs, otherwise known as the Democrats versus the Republicans. See, as long as you keep playing this mindless game, corporate America is going to run around the world and commit all sorts of mayhem in support of the American empire. They will continue to directly or indirectly kill millions of people while distracting you at home with issues like race, abortion, immigration, and transgendered men participating in women's sports. And they will browbeat you into supporting this game through peer pressure and by suggesting that if you're against their game, then you are unpatriotic. So if you speak out against America's global killing machine, the American empire's adherents will tell you that military men and women are making America safe and that you are a traitor to them by opposing America's efforts to expand the empire. Remember, we are keeping America safe. And you, the dissident, are a quisling and ungrateful to boot. You will be told to go back under your bed, to go back to your mother's basement, or to go back to the gay bar. On the contrary, you are not a traitor to our military men and women by not going along with this mindless game of rooting for either the Democrats or the Republicans. You're actually on the side of these military men and women because you don't want to see their lives thrown away on a useless war just so some rich corporate fuck can make a lot of money. That's not being unpatriotic. Yet, that is what the ruling class will make you believe. War is a racket, my friend. That's what General Smedley Butler told us over 100 years ago. In fact, our entire economy is inextricably linked to war. War is what drives the American economy. Let me give an example. Are you aware of what Israel is doing in Lebanon these days? They're currently engaged in another Gaza genocide, trying to take out the people in southern Lebanon so as to one day grab the water from the Litani River to help feed Israel's thirsty population. And of course, they wouldn't mind taking over the fertile land in the Bekaa Valley also. Well, not to get too far off the point, Hezbollah is fighting back. And Hezbollah, in response to Israel's aggression, is using drones to take out the Israelis and their weapons. And these drones are picking off Humvees like crazy. And who makes those Humvees? Well, the military Humvees, officially known as HMM VWVs are designed and manufactured by the Indiana-based heavy vehicle manufacturer, AM General. And while AM General still produces the Humvee platform today, the U.S. military is actively replacing older frontline Humvees with the Joint Light Tactical Vehicle, JLTV, which is made by Oshkosh Corporation. Now, do you think AM General cares about those Hezbollah drones taking out their Humvees? Do you think that AM General cares about the troops that might be inside those Humvees? Why would they care? The more Humvees that are taken out, the better it is for them. The more that are taken out, the more will be needed to replace them. It's a gold mine for corporate America. Now, never mind the poor Israelis who were stuck inside those Humvees and most likely killed or injured for life. It's all about the money. Corporate America doesn't care about people being killed. They're interested in profits. And that's why they shouldn't be in charge of our country. Their values are quite different from your values. Would you go out and kill people in order to make money? Do you do that on a daily basis? Your corporations do. And that's been going on for a long time. And it's done right in front of you while you are being distracted into playing this silly game of Democrats versus Republicans here at home.